to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Kozlowski.
Here.
Duff.
Yes.
Claiborne.
Here.
Millet.
Here.
Moretto. Thorne. Durango.
Here.
Pepper.
Here.
Make a motion to excuse Kathy. She is, I think, recovering from surgery, but she also cannot vote on this case.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Also, can I remind everybody to turn your cell phones to vibrate, please? All right, all we have tonight is just the one case. So I'd like to do a motion to open up ZBA case 24-736.
Second.
Thank you. Erica Mitchell, 1635 Schenken, Wolverine Lake, Michigan, 4390. Basis for the appeal, 1250.06, subsection A, setback from the property lines R1-LF. Ordinance requires a 25-foot front setback and a 35-foot lakefront setback, or the average of the adjoining properties. The front yard setback is 32.6 feet. The lakefront setback is 49.8 feet. Applicant proposes a 20.3-foot front and a 48.8-foot lakefront setback to construct a new home. All in favor, open up this case.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Erica, or who's ever going to speak for you, your name, address, and kind of, it's been a while since we originally reviewed your case, so if you can kind of go back over, what we're planning on here.
Erica Mitchell, 1635 Schenken, and I think you said it all. We're trying to put the front of the house where the existing house currently is, and asking for a less than 2-foot variance in the back for the stairs of the deck.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, or?
Both neighbors are...
No, I'll get to the neighbors, but anything else you want to add? Okay. All right. So we'll probably have questions for you, so we'll close to you. We'll open to the public. Anyone want to speak on behalf of this? You can just come on up, get your name and your address, please.
Tom Dobat, 1629 Schenken. I live to the left as you look at the street. Since the revision of the work, I am in favor of authorizing a variance. As the front of the house, the variance, the front of the house is going to be where the garage is now, and the back of the house before the revision was way back. Now it's fine with me. And I've also spoken with Ron Moretto and Kathy Moretto, and they have agreed as well. We both signed letters and gave those today.
Yeah, we have those. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody in the audience want to speak against? Okay. So there is a letter here from Ron and Kathy Moretto at 1649 Schenken. I'll read this in. Dear Village Administrator, this letter is to document our support for the variance request proposed by Erica Mitchell, case 24-736 for the property located at 1635 Schenken, Wolverine Lake, Michigan. We have reviewed the proposed variance request and are in support of the request. 20.3 feet front, 48.8 feet lakefront setback to construct a new home. As the owners of the property immediately to the north of Erica Mitchell's property, we feel the requested setback variance is necessary for the ideal placement of the new home, and request the setbacks are in harmony with neighborhood aesthetics. We welcome the new home construction, in which the approval to be granted as expeditiously as possible. Their new home, and Erica and Dave will be in great additions to our Wolverine Lake community. Best regards, Kathy and Ronald Moretto. We'll put that into the file. Okay, questions? I'm going to close to the public. Questions from the board to the applicant? Do we all understand what she's trying to do?
Yep.
Looks like it's...
So we're looking at the blueprint, and it looks like, so we're measuring 48.8 feet from the corner of, it looks like some piece of wood off of the steps?
Stair landing?
Or I'm just curious.
Actually, I think if you look at the arrow, it goes all the way to here. I don't know what that is, but if you look at the 48, if you look at the arrow, it goes all the way to here. There's the end of it right there.
Okay.
So it's at the bottom of the stairs.
If it's ground level steps. That's
Okay.
not, he might not be including the ground level steps.
Okay. Okay. they weren't
But I
slotted, so I
can't-
was
but I can't
curious.
see that part.
I slide this down there. I was just curious, I couldn't tell what these pieces.
Maybe the applicant can answer that
Or,
question.
you know, like what are,
What's the question?
There's something on the blueprint, and they would like to know what.
As you come down the steps, it would be to your left. What is that piece that is there?
It's a retaining wall.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yes, the retaining wall would count.
perfect.
That's landscaping.
Okay, thank you.
Because you're running a retaining wall up that whole side, or just that, or just
It's
where,
landscaping, so-
or just where the edge is?
It's going to kind of run where it needs to run depending on the grade,
Okay.
so they kind of overcompensated it for here a bit, but it just barely sticks above grade level.
Right, okay.
It just runs with it, so it isn't anything, excuse me, it isn't anything that'll protrude upward and go beyond the 18 inches or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
Perfect.
wouldn't count until 48 to that line. Good. Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
There are no other questions. We can go through our checklist. Or if you have other questions, we can wait. My bag in the car.
Wait, which one?
So we look at,
Oh, yeah.
so we have so much of the lake.
I'm looking around.
Like, what's this one?
Where did I put it?
That would have to be.
Oh, I put it in the back seat.
Because it comes
What was it?
Kathy's house. You know, boom, boom, boom.
And the measuring, it's interesting, like all of this. They're not measuring the water line.
Do you guys have other questions?
I think this is their, what do you call it, repairing rates or whatever.
Okay. We just don't, I think I'm good.
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You ready to go? All right, so let's go through our checklist. Or do you excuse me, I'm sorry. Agree or disagree that special or unique conditions and circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, structure, or building involved, and which are not generally applicable to other land, structures, or buildings in the same district?
Disagree.
Does anybody agree with that?
No.
Is there anything unique or special about this land?
No.
No.
Seems like a standard lot here in the
Yep.
village. Okay. And can we use that basis that it seems like it's a standard lakefront lot?
Yep.
Yes.
Agree. All right, agree or disagree that the literal interpretation of the provision of the zoning ordinance would be deprive this applicant of the rights commonly enjoyed by other properties in the same district on the same zoning terms, and the variance is the minimum necessary.
Just real quick, we're going to do this twice,
Oh.
the checklist twice?
Yeah, there are two
Yeah,
separate.
yeah.
Okay, so so the first one we're doing is for the front yard?
Let's do front yard setback
Okay,
first.
thank
So
you.
32.6.
Yep.
I assume nobody wants to change answers from the
Nope,
first
I don't
one?
want to change, no.
Okay, so we're just talking front, so 32.6 is the lakefront average, and they're proposing a 20.3, which is where their existing house is right now.
Yep.
So, the literal interpretation of the provision of the zoning ordinance would deprive the applicant of the rights commonly enjoyed by other properties in the same district under the same zoning terms, and the variance has been unnecessary. If you look up and down the street, many of those houses line up similar to where theirs is.
So
Now,
disagree with that one.
Yeah, disagree.
Standard.
I'm going to agree because it's already non-conforming and they're not changing the non-conforming.
okay.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, with Aaron.
All right, so let's go down the row here. Mark, where are you at?
Disagree.
Aaron, you in agreement?
Agree.
Bonnie?
Disagree.
Patrick?
I agree.
Mitch?
Disagree.
Leave it up to me, huh? I will agree with this one based on the fact that they're putting the house in the same spot that their existing house is. So I agree with Aaron that it already is a non-conforming lot in that regard. Could they push the house back another 12.3 feet? Well, no, because then it just screws up the back setback. and it just makes it a really, really smaller house and may not be worth doing. So I will agree with that one. And I'm going to base the agreement upon the non-conforming. And the people that are disagreeing, what is a reason that I can put down in this sheet?
You know, I am going to change mine to agree, because I didn't think about when we were doing the front yard only.
Front yard right now.
Yeah, I'm going to change mine to agree, please.
Yeah, second thought as well.
I'll stick
Change
with
mine to
agree.
agree.
It lines up with all the other houses.
Got it. All right. Okay. Now we're going to go to the back setback, which the back setback is,
We gotta finish the checklist.
Checklist. Oh, land number 2.
oh, that's right here, right, my bad. Well, I was just going to bounce back and forth, actually, but we can just, yeah, you just want to do the front all the way through? and
Yeah,
then-
let's do
All the way through, that way nobody's confused.
Okay. That's fine. All right. And agree or disagree, the special conditions and circumstances do not result from the action of the applicant, they are not self-created? Well, they're creating the issue because they're rebuilding the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Disagree.
So disagree.
Disagree.
You going another direction? Take your time.
Can we ask questions at this point?
Sure.
Special conditions or circumstances when the property was acquired. Did you purchase this property, or did you
I lived in this house in my
acquire?
entire life.
Okay, and then you acquired it at some
My
point?
dad passed away, and I bought my sister's other property.
Sure, okay.
But again, in the end, it's up to the person purchasing something to do their due diligence and investigate
right.
and see where things are. I'm not saying it's not her fault, but
Right,
the
yeah.
house was built where it was built because when they built it, rules weren't as tight as they are now.
Right.
But it doesn't, it's still up to the person getting something to understand what they're getting.
Sure.
I look at it as, you know, the house is not unreasonable, but, you know, do you have to have a covered deck? No, you know. You can't, it's great. I would probably want one too, but just, you know, is it a requirement? Is it minimum? Probably not.
I'm going to go with their self-created.
So
We're all in agreement.
Disagree.
We're all disagreeing.
we're on disagreement there. Okay. Okay. The granting of the variance will be in harmony with the general purpose and intent of this ordinance. I'll agree with that.
I'll agree with that.
Agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Based on the letter.
Yeah.
Based on the letter and also based on setbacks of other houses. It'll fit right in with the neighborhood.
That too, yeah.
And they're not doing
Setbacks
it-
of
they're not
other
doing anything.
homes and neighborhood support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still riding a little slow from my shoulder. Believe it or not, that actually affects your ride. Agree or disagree, the variance will not be injurious to the neighborhood or otherwise detrimental to general welfare. I think we can all agree with that, correct?
Agree.
And we'll say neighborhood support for that one.
Spirit of this ordinance shall be observed, public safety, security, and substantial justice done.
Agree.
All agree with that?
Agree.
Yes.
Get neighborhood support.
Make a motion to approve, what is
ZBA
it?
case.
ZBA case 24-736, the front setback, based off of 5, 6, and 4.
You can also throw in 2 as well.
Sure.
So let's go.
Unanimous.
It's your thing. Sure thing.
No, I'll just do with those 3.
Which one?
4, 5, and 6.
All right. All right, so we have a motion. I will second the motion. Do we have any discussion on the motion? This is just for the front setback. Good, then let's do a roll call. This is just the front.
Duff,
Yes.
Claiborne,
Yes.
Malaletti,
Yes.
Durango,
Yes.
Comfort,
Yes.
Witowski.
Yes.
All right, so the front is done. That is good. So let's go to the back, the lakefront setback. Just to remind everybody, the lakefront setback is 49.8 feet. The applicant proposes 48.8-foot lakefront setback to construct a new home. So we're talking about 1 foot. Okay. Agree or disagree, the special or unique conditions, circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, structures, or buildings involved, and which are not generally applicable to other land, structures, or buildings in the same district.
Disagree with that.
Disagree.
Disagree.
And we're going to use the same
Yep,
Yes.
standard.
thought process as before. Okay. Number 2, the literal interpretation of the provision of the zoning ordinance would deprive the applicant of the rights commonly enjoyed by other properties in the same district under the same zoning terms. The variance is minimum necessary.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Same basis.
Yep.
Okay, so last time we had 5 agree and 1 disagree. So let's go do a little quick roll call. Mark, you're in disagreement with that one? Aaron?
I'm going to need just a second.
That's fine. Bonnie?
I'm going to agree, please.
Patrick?
I'm going to agree.
Mitch?
I'm going to disagree.
Back to you.
I know.
'Cause
Disagree.
It's the back, the deck.
Okay. So for the people that are disagreeing, why are we disagreeing?
Again, standard lot, same as the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
For the people that are agreeing, why are we agreeing?
Because it talks about enjoyed by other properties in the same district on the same zoning terms. Their proposed deck area is,
So similar to neighbors' homes.
yeah, it's comparable to their neighbors on the other side.
Yes.
Okay. That was my thought as well, and that's why I'm going to agree with that one, which, unfortunately kind of nixes that one out, but, all right, let's go to number 3. Agree or disagree, the special conditions and circumstances do not result from the action of the applicant, they are not self-created. We all disagreed with that the first time. Does anyone want to change?
Correct.
No.
Because, again, they're the ones building the property.
Correct.
Number 4, we all agreed to that last time. The granting of the variance will be in the harmony with the general purpose and intent of this ordinance. Does anyone want to change their answer?
Nope.
No.
Agreed.
Same reason.
Same
Very
here.
good. 5, variance
Based
will...
on setbacks, so what's the same?
Yeah, we're going to do based on neighborhood participation in current neighborhood support. Or, I'm sorry, excuse me, strike that. Based on current neighborhood support and also based on the neighbors' properties. Sorry. Agree or disagree, the variance will not be injurious to the neighborhood or otherwise detrimental to the general welfare. Do we agree with that?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Again, same thing, neighborhood support.
Yep.
Correct.
Agree or disagree, the spirit of this ordinance shall be observed, public safety secured, substantial justice done. Do we all agree there?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to approve ZBA case 24-736, the backyard setback.
Second?
Let me finish my motion, please.
Yeah.
Based off of 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, so that's just to remind everybody, that's just taking it from, the average lakefront setback is 49.8, they're proposing 48.8, so they're short 1 foot. So we have a motion, we have, do we have a second by, who seconded that?
Mitch.
By Mitch?
Yep.
Any discussion on the motion? Can we roll call that, please?
Claiborne,
Yes.
Malaletti,
Yes.
Durango,
Yes.
Comfort,
Yes.
Witowski.
Yes.
Duff.
Yes.
You are all set. I apologize for not being able to attend the meeting last week. I was out of town for some family stuff, so I'm sorry I delayed you.
Thank you.
Everybody enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Down. So as far as I understand, we don't have a meeting in July. I don't have that confirmed yet, but according to what Erin just told me, that she did not think we did. If we hear anything different, we'll, obviously everyone will be in touch. Hopefully everybody has a nice 4th of July weekend. Enjoy the July 3rd Tiki Night. Does anybody want to go over anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Enjoy your evening. Thank you.